Surah Al Insan. Surah Al Insaan consists of 31 verses, belongs to the Madaniyyah Surah group, and was revealed after Surah Ar Rahmaan. It is called al-Insan, which means human, taken from the words al-Insan found in the first verse of this chapter. The main contents of Surah Al Insan: human life towards perfection. It is mentioned in Surah Al Insan verses 1 to 3. Humans were created from a drop of mixed semen, with the aim of being tested so that they can hear and see. Allah shows humans the straight path, but some are grateful, and some are very ungrateful. Humans are reminded that a time has come to them that could not be mentioned before, as a reminder of the greatness of Allah in the creation of humans. Allah's reward for people who do good. It is mentioned in Surah Al Insan verses 4 to 10. For the disbelievers, chains, shackles, and the fire of Sa'ir have been provided. Meanwhile, those who do good will drink khamr from a glass mixed with kafur water, which is a spring of heaven that they can easily emit. They fulfill their vows, fear the punishment of God, and give food to the poor, orphans, and prisoners with the aim of only pleasing Allah, without expecting a reward or thanks. They feel afraid of the punishment of God on the day when people have sour faces full of difficulties. The pleasures obtained by believers in heaven, mentioned in Surah Al Insan verses 11 to 22. These verses explain the reward given by Allah to those who are patient, namely a heaven full of joy and happiness. They are given silk clothes, sit leaning on a couch without feeling the heat of the sun or the piercing cold, and are surrounded by the shade of trees that are close and easy to pick their fruit. They are also given silver vessels and very clear glasses, drinks mixed with ginger from the Salsabil spring, and are surrounded by young men who remain young like scattered pearls. This heaven is filled with various pleasures and a great kingdom, and they are dressed in fine green silk, thick silk, and wear silver bracelets as a reward for their efforts and patience. Allah's command to the Prophet Muhammad. It is mentioned in Surah Al Insan verses 23 to 31. These verses teach about the importance of patience in carrying out God's decrees, by chanting God's name in the morning and evening, prostrating and glorifying during the long night. Unbelievers tend to love worldly life and forget the hard days in the afterlife. Allah created humans and gave strength to their bodies, and He can replace them with similar ones. This is a warning for those who want to achieve goodness by taking the path to God, because everything happens by the will of Allah, the all-knowing and all-wise, who will include those He wills in His mercy, and provide a painful punishment for the wrongdoers. Conclusion of Surah Al Insan. Surah Al Insan explains that after the creation of humans, they were given guidance to achieve a perfect life, where some followed the guidance and others denied it. This surah outlines the guidance to take the straight path, such as fulfilling vows, feeding the poor, orphans, and prisoners for the sake of Allah, and fearing the day of judgment by performing prayers and tahajjud prayers, and being patient in carrying out Allah's laws. In addition, this surah emphasizes the rewards for those who follow His guidance and the threats for those who deny it, thus reminding humanity of the consequences of their life choices.